Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this time I am gonna do MK Ultra on Germany. I will specifically concentrate myself into more or less area of Munich, even a little bit north of Munich. In this case, I'm gonna start with translation of an audio. This is an audio which was produced on May the 29th, 2021. That's about 9 days ago. On my way from Grich area, that's the second most popular route politicians would take on, and I did already presented abundant of people I met were involved in MK Ultra proofs. In the evening, sometimes at 11 o'clock on May the 29th, 2021. By the way, today is June 7th of 2021. I did met, as I was coming back at 11 o'clock at night, pitch dark. And I see a van parked right on the side of the road. The van looked like this here. Van just looked like this here. Yeah. And so it did have a line in the side and it was blue in the back. And I saw this van. First I wasn't sure, was it for the police that was there? I didn't know what exactly went on. So as I did go past this vehicle, I would peek a little bit in the back, I would eye in the back, and I see a table outside of the car, just as the two have promised they would do. Oh, that's really interesting. Who? Well, the two guys were from Munich, Germany, they told me. One was on a phone call, busy. I got some taste for the two, but honestly, especially because of what went on in Germany after 2003, already was in 2003, it was not even in 2004, I was gonna say, when I really got in a conflict with Merkel, with Angela Merkel, because of the psychiatrist Peter Kapsch. Peter Kapsch was an individual who was involved in MK Ultra before he even became a psychiatrist. The guy was like a courier between Novo Mesto and Belgrade. He would take me down, and he was just up to no good. He lived up to expectations of what used to be Yugoslavia, a greater Chetnik state, which Serbia presided and ended in war against all other nations in this greater Chetnik state. He didn't have a problem to associate with Chetniks from Belgrade. And completely in contrast to myself, he did go ahead, impregnated ladies, did all kinds of stuff in Belgrade. Sometimes in 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, this guy moved inside of the house. He stayed inside in here for several months and would continue to give me an impression on every return here to Novo Mesto. Even when he no longer would be here, he would come and give an impression that he still lives in here. Pushed, insulted me by presenting himself as myself, to visitors into the house. Obviously, terrorized parents and myself annoyed me enough for me eventually at one point in time to really get in his face firm, really asked him a couple to get lost. I don't want to see him no more, and so on and so forth. This guy was nothing than violence. It was nothing than violence. At one point in time, when I returned back to the US, Americans protested against him. I gained several kilos, 5 kilos, the least. It was reported by American psychologists that more. He even talked about 10 kilos, 8 kilos, I don't know, because they fed me with the chocolates, and he loved nothing more than a fried onions, and I don't know, was it for his stupidity, because he really is not a bright person, or his criminal character, and probably for both, that he did not know how to fry onions along the French fries. He would fry them in such a way that that thing would be just soaked with oil, and feed me with that shit. I would return to the US like semi-retarded from that food. I needed time to gather myself together. This is MK Ultra. This is a real MK Ultra case. In 2003 he appeared in Germany. He knew that what he had done was something very, very bad. It's already other psychiatrists that noticed his completely insane behavior. So he felt he felt best for him, in fact, would be to get associated with the foreign governments, so he could hide behind them, his issues, his shit he created. And so he did so. At first this was with Angela Merkel, but he was not shy of Americans and British. Whatever requests they would give to mom right in front of him and myself, he would just write them down, and these people would also state the amount of money. That's how he was convincing my mom. This is a complete criminal. I don't have to tell how far this stuff have taken me in my life. But in 2000, and it wasn't in 2003 yet, as he would keep coming back to Germany, to Merkel, he would go to Germany, he would also take me to Germany. His wife didn't want him to go back to Belgrade no more because of impregnation of the Serbian ladies. That's what he was doing. And therefore also he was not left with choice other than to take her with him, and so he did. I don't know how much Belgrade really ended for him. It appeared it did. A new life started for him. He yielded even business contracts to the local companies here through the Germany, because this is about the MK Ultra in Germany, and did all kinds of stuff, especially for his children. Yes, I know all that stuff. When I met this individual first, this is a rotten individual. It doesn't get more rotten than that. He had a office on the same floor in the building where he is still at. Just that was right in the opposite of where were toilets. Then he moved to the corner. This is MK Ultra, yes, and I remember nobody knows where his office was, because this was way back in time when he opened his office, when his private office. At the time, supposedly, I was in America. Between 95 and August of 2006, that's 11 and a half consecutive years, you shouldn't see me, in fact, anywhere globally, anywhere, especially not in Europe anywhere. And I was all over Western and Eastern Europe. I was in Asia, in Australia, and South America, further than Ecuador, which I did go to visit on my own twice because of my ex-wife. So twice. That was in Ecuador. But other than that, I spent months per year in Europe, all over the Europe and Asia and so on and so forth. MK Ultra drugging up, throwing me through the airports, bringing me all over the world, basically transport me, human trafficking, human experimentation, much more than that, you name it. For more than business purposes, this was for geopolitical purposes. And I seem to be just a perfect individual for the country which profited from me the most. That's Germany. Yeah, there's more I could tell about the psychiatrist, but I don't want to get into it. In 2004, 2005, when I realized what's going on, because it would be Chetniks. It would be Chetniks that would go to Germany now too, from Serbia. They would have this Serbian delegation that he claimed also credentials, was the one who kept bringing them and so on and assisting them in Germany and so on. That kind of stuff. I couldn't take it no more. I sent her to hell, and I don't know. Yeah, there was a guy that was different. It would have been different. I'm talking about Angela Merkel. If you want to know, it's like this. In 1995, with Donald Trump, we landed in Berlin. As a matter of fact, we first landed in northern Germany. That's probably somewhere Hamburg area. It was not Berlin yet. And we would go there, and there was this beautiful German lady, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I was completely crazy about her, crazy completely. We still did not met Angela Merkel. It was like twice that we met her, twice that I heard from her, I'm gonna try to bring to Berlin, but by then this was already too hot. She was in a rush to meet me, and so that's how I met Angela Merkel. She was not the first one. It was like the third time I came around that I finally met Angela Merkel under MK Ultra. It was secretaries. That was her secretary, actually. That was so beautiful. That was in Berlin then. We went to Berlin. How far do I remember now? Tell me, how far do I remember how the things went? What is it? I don't remember. What? I don't remember. How far can we go? And it was this lady inside, another lady, beautiful. Mostly I pay attention to the ladies. That's what really impressed me more than anything else. I was not really into old buildings, renovation of old buildings and that kind of stuff. I didn't have a plans to study that. Then I met Angela Merkel, whom I didn't feel I wasn't nothing special to. You know, I wasn't nothing special. But it was sometimes in, I don't know, maybe 96 it was, that Angela wanted to know. I think that she wanted to know. So she's older than myself. She's like 16 years older than myself. But back then, I checked her age. She was much younger. She wasn't bad looking. to tell you, to be honest. She wanted to know how I feel about her and this and that. Yeah. Whether that was for profiling to learn about me, or maybe I don't even know. I was in a relationship with older ladies. But she did this and it did not go well, and really did not go well because of her secretaries. It wasn't one, it were two secretaries that I was crazy about. And so this is the thing, this is the thing. Angela concentrated as a professional. As a really, she took, she wasn't pleased that she was not my type, for one thing I'm gonna say, but she didn't take that too much personally. Maybe she did stress here and there a little bit to remind me, but she was very, very professional, just that was it. And that's how it started in Germany. George Bush was a lot in Germany too. But other than that, this guy's here. She brought straight in my doors. This guy here, Schroeder, and his beautiful wife. This is what I was crazy about. This here. This one definitely remembers me. That's what I was crazy about. That was Schroeder. And another guy who did not live up to the day I would release this video. And when I see this picture here, I know that he faked. Well, where is that picture? Let me even see that picture. I knew him very, very well. And actually I really did like her, his second wife. I did. A little earlier I was talking to myself about what I see and back and forth. This guy, no. That was one picture where he appeared like more than this. Quite angry, and I was told this is what's gonna be like if of course it's for some other reason, if I'm gonna talk badly about the Germany, this and that. Well, I hope he rests in peace. For me personally, he was not a bad person to be around. He did have differences with me, thanks God he did. That's a good thing. Good. Yeah, I was quite unbearable person to tell you straight, but for a lot of reasons. Here you can see him with Angela and so on. There is really nobody in this high German politic I would not know. But this guy here, this guy pissed me off tremendously because, this was like a guy that would just jump from one train to the other. He would just go from one train to the other. He would just jump, and before you know, he ended up in Moscow and so on and so forth. I don't want to go into that. All I want to say is it made me feel like a stranger in Slavic countries. It's my stupidity he used to open himself a road. MK Ultra. But it wasn't mine, it was other people who blew this out of proportions. Okay, tell you what, let's go down to the business. Let me see if this thing is still recording. It is. That's cool. Yeah, this is the way it is. Now he's got this Chinese younger girl. Yeah, that's a younger girl he traded. but younger. Like I said, this guy just he just jumps from one train to the other. A very very nice, honorable German guy. Auf Wiedersehen. And today we're going to talk about Angela. Yeah, I was a little bit strict the past few days with her. Yeah, maybe this was the picture. This more looks like the picture. That he would do the picture like this if I would. You know, sometimes since I don't know, like already 2006, this guy had a problem. It was difficult for him. Helmut Kohl would, as I was told by others, he had a difficulty to get up, to dress himself and so on. That's why that younger, beautiful wife. Wife, I knew her and I was crazy about her. I have to be honest about how things are, you know. So let's see what exactly I remember and what else I don't remember about the Germany. If there is something that I don't remember, I can always be corrected. You're welcome. It really was thanks to Stefan, Angela, you sent me the other day. I was angry. I wouldn't even look anymore in the map. I just I lost completely this enthusiasm I had. It was gone. But meeting Stefan and meeting the other guy that was there with him, his friend, one time, you're gonna hear them talking, as I'm gonna play an audio recording. One time he was his roommate. He's a younger man, but one time he was his roommate too. Somehow convinced me that you know that I actually looked into Munich, you know, and then there was this whole big window that opened. But you know, I was looking at some other cities like Hamburg and stuff, and honestly, I just didn't want to see it because you know I am a person like this. To tell you the truth. Okay, I tell you what. Let's go to the business. I am gonna go ahead. So Stefan did it. And another individual who really scored here, because this was actually a really difficult thing. Stefan is a taller guy, taller than myself. He's about like 190. You know. I don't know, maybe 6'5", tall, and he's got black hair. And he's got a really good ability to relate to people. He was very precise about that too, because he got excellent along with me. I got excellent. I liked him. I liked him very much to be around me under MK Ultra. I wouldn't say social skills and psychology skills or something, but he has this ability, natural, to understand person, to relate to person, and it's just kind of human inside, really. Nice person, this Stefan. He became Angela's confidant. He became like a assigned MK Ultra staff member for this case. I can tell you, he told me he also works in other cases, Angela, in other MK Ultra cases. And now he would travel to US. I remember him as a student. I remember him when he worked in a fridge department, refrigeration, warehousing, you know, refrigeration. That's a difficult job actually. I tried that in Minnesota, in Minneapolis I did, and I can tell you it's freaking cold inside of those freezers. He did that kind of stuff. It's very possible too that it was in Kaufland. I'm going to demonstrate to you. Very nice, excellent social skills, human person, knows how to relate. I liked him so much that I didn't even like when he went to park his car. It wasn't much, it was maybe half an hour that he went, and I didn't even like that. You know, I kind of considered others as a weirdos, because it was just really, really nice. And others just wanted to BS. You know, there's this stuff that they shouldn't. They learn somewhere, Angela, that they shouldn't do otherwise. And so he was so nice that when I met him, and you know, he is just a person that he believes in a person, in an individual, and it's actually what really gave me the energy to go on with this MK Ultra about the Germany. Another person who scored great, and who also took me to Munich as the last one, actually was Sergey from Belarus, whom I want to thank. He is a truck driver, as you know. I met him in a city called Strykov. Strykov is a city located like in a northeastern part of Lodz, which is Lodz is like a big city right in the center of the Poland. And he would come with a truck, and I did the video about the Sergey from Belarus. He had the girlfriend here from Slovenia and so on, and so he scored big time, because not because I would know who these people are, but this is like a question almost of seconds. I had 2 minutes to get some kind of information that would give me ability to get these people state, yes, we know you, you know, yeah, it's true, MK Ultra and stuff like that. And no more. It was also a scenario like this. It was done along this path where I would go to work with Sergey. And so, you know, he took me to Munich for walks. He would go exercise and he would take me with me. And Gricheria, this second most popular route politicians would use, as explained, this is where we would go. He would take me oftentimes. And so, you know, when you go through these routes, you pull all this memory out of, you know, subconscious. Things come to you. You can almost feel, you know, like, you know, person is next to you, you know, when you revive these memories. He took me with a van. That was not with a truck, with a van. He took me to, they gave him a van one time, and on that occasion he took me to Munich. So we did go to Munich. He took me to Munich, and we did go to visit both, you know. So he was the last one, and so he refreshed me the memory enough, so I was able to, you know, to just bring up his words. I knew Stefan was MK Ultra, the main guy, I knew that, but who was the other guy? I had to get something out of it, and it was not enough time. It was no map, there was nothing. This German's Stefan, and he was pleased, he was nervous, because the chances that I would actually do something like this is like super slender. Now it was a different story once I came home, see, because that's when I took computer and I Munich, and I took a note of it. But man, out there at night, at 11 o'clock at night, pitch dark, somewhere along the forest, on the road that runs along the forest, and just like this, the chances are that you will not succeed with unless you really know what you're doing. And I bought those precious seconds enough to look even further, and decided to go about and do more than just translation for you of this audio. And I'm gonna go ahead and do some Munich MK Ultra. Know that I was gonna do this on several occasions. The laptop that you hear is not a good shape. I was told under MK Ultra that once they're gonna do this stuff, to do this real fast, because even the hot weather, when it's gonna get a hot weather, you're not gonna be able to do it. They were doing such a crazy stuff that you have no clue. Let's go, folks. This is MK Ultra. I am Auser Bastian Auser. Google Auser Times, AUSER times for more. Even as I observed, Google still censors my new site. Google removed all the results about the Auser Times from the internet, which is not very generous, but we will get through that, Mr. Joe Biden. We will get through that. MK Ultra on Germany. What I am gonna do, let me present this issue here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, meanwhile they already did stop me. That's what you see. You see this yellow thing? I believe this program was modified. I think that before I go on, this is how I lost 9 days. It can be really frustration. Nothing other than that, I tell you. That's all you get to see. This thing here, look, you don't get to see anything. This thing here, this is either red, just like you see it now, actually yellow like you see it right now. That's if somebody clicks you a pause button, or it just turns into like a red circle. Yeah. If you record, if your record is just red, and if somebody remotely blocks you from recording, it turns out into this here. So it's practically no way you can actually see whether you're recording or you are not recording. Oh yeah, and on the bottom, as you see, it says recording. Okay, I don't know how much you can see it. It also says recording, but this is so small that I personally have a really difficulty with this stuff. So now I came to solution, proud to say I'm gonna do it this way. Yeah, because once you change into this window like this, you don't get to see anything. You don't know nothing about what goes on. So now I came up with solution to just reduce the window like this, right? Rather than have a full window like that and still have a chance to peek on this red button below. That's gonna save me a lot of trouble. At least I have somewhat control, because this isn't about only work you perform, but iron on the other side of the cable, that somebody doesn't block you from doing your stuff. Basically, this is much more than just MK Ultra. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it can be also frustrating, this kind of stuff. This is very insane. You know, think about talking about the stuff I talk, and at the same time worry about who got a hold of your computer from the other end of the internet. You know, that's kind of crazy, but it's all good. So now, as I know this thing is recording, that's really encouraging for me. Let's continue with translation of this audio recording. The van you see here might even be already the third van, Volkswagen van from Stefan. They did prompted me exactly about how the van from Stefan looks like, I am certain, in 2015. Now you're talking about upgraded Volkswagen Transporter. I think, in my opinion, this is the car he has already most likely since like even 2008, I would say. So that makes 12 years. Now, if I was prompted about how to pay attention to what his car looks like, and they watched They went over and over in 2015 inside of this room to show me actually what his van looks like. I could easily say the car, at least this car, he has for 8 years. But I think I am suspicious that he has one. Okay, let's say, but for peace sake, 10 years. He always had, however, this kind of vehicle. This was a vehicle he bought for the trip. His preferred Volkswagen Transporter is just the thing. Another thing I need to clarify is basically the location itself. Location itself of this little Croatian island that you see here. It's called the Island Pag. This is a really extremely beautiful place. On which, however, at my disappointment, some Croatian politician got him. Yeah, it was a politician, Croatian politician, that hijacked him sometimes back in 2002. I finally managed to fool him enough to bring me to vicinity of Rijeka here. You know, this is always what I wanted to investigate. That's Rijeka. Beautiful Croatia, along the coast, this Rijeka city. This is also the city that used to be at one point, if not Slovenian city, completely populated with Slovenian people. Now, I actually even had part of the family that did go to Rijeka. So this area is all mixed with Slovenian and Croat people here. Twice I got him into this area here. This is Baka, this here. This is a really beautiful place, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a chance to go to Croatia, this is a place to go to. And the third time it was some Croatian politician who got him, and it was game over for me. So that was like 91 I got him. In 92 it was some politician, Croatian, got him, and he wouldn't even listen to me when I was keep telling him about this area that we have to investigate, learn more, this and that. Yeah, all of a sudden, it was like Amerigo Vespucci. He discovered this island here, Pag. This here is where this politician got him. That's what they want. They know he's gonna bring me, and then what happens is the money comes too along. This is called Novalja. This is like a really gorgeous place. A really gorgeous place. Yeah. And so at one time at night, it was like a night time, man, he brought me here to the opposite side of this little gulf here that you see here, right here somewhere. He brought me, well, actually let me see that. It was something like this, and I was so miserable, you know. He just drove me all freaking night, you know. And it stopped at night, and we would come out. Yeah, I was just decided I'm gonna give him like 1,000,001 problem for whatever. And he would get me out of the car, and just like this van here, look, just like this van here. Lights, beautiful summer evening lights on that side, lights on this side, people walking back and forth, Stefan here up to his knees in the water, and myself too. And I was like, and now what? Just like this was at night time. And he was laughing, you know. And then he came up with an idea to tell me, what do you feel now? I said, this is like, well, what? This is like stones, you know, stones. And what I had in my mind actually was a sand, you know, stones. This is not sands, this is stones. This is really stones. But what I know Croatia about is not the stones like this, but Croatia, this is like a rocky beach, like you see over there, beautiful rocks along which you can swim, and there is a fish inside, and it's a whole beautiful world underneath. Alright, it's not exactly Croatia has a famous, that's right, rocks, stone beaches like this. Yeah, Greece has a sand. Greece is more like soft, but okay, this, I like it like this. The next time, very soon after that, he would already bring his companion. And this companion, this was the blonde guy. From Munich, his roommate, and all of a sudden I would find myself here. That's basically on the opposite side, and that looked like this. That's exactly what it is. And I protested over that. I didn't like this shit. I didn't like this, man. But this is like sandy beach, almost sandy with the little stones. Yeah, and he had his the blonde guy had his blondie girlfriend with him, and I envied him that girlfriend. I like, it was beautiful. And soon got really tired of me, and then they started to look for ladies from me, and there was some friends also from the past in the area, to which relationship I did not agree, and they told me then it was a retaliation for what I did in Munich and back and forth and this and that and all kinds of stuff like that. I had a feeling that they gave them a place here in, I don't know what house was it, but it was some residence and stuff like that. They treated them like really well. And along that, there was some politicians that would come, and you know, money and stuff like that, and it helps local economy going. That was here. That's in the Pog. Back in normal Master, and meanwhile, and the second most popular route for the politicians on the May the 29th, this here is what I have to report to you about. Camping, huh? You're camping, huh?
For one night, it was a long ride, 8 hours.
No, it's okay. No problem. No problem. Aha.
Oh, just some food and relax.
Yeah. Nice. Where are you from?
Germany.
Ah, from Germany. I see. From where about Germany?
Munich.
From Munich. Ah, I see. And you're going to Croatia or something like that? No?
I might go back to yeah, we also went to Croatia on the way back home.
You're on the way back home?
Yeah.
Aha. To Munich.
Area.
It's a long ride, huh? Yeah. Do you know this place already?
We Google Maps research and...
Erste Mal.
Erste Mal?
Erste Mal. First time. You're here first time,
Ja, das
huh?
erste Mal. So,
Erste Mal.
Ja, wir sind durchgefahren nach Kroatien, aber wir waren noch nie hier. Das erste Mal Stay, first day.
Okay, I just want to pause here, excuse me. He says we left from Germany to Croatia. It does not give a period whether that already happened already time before. It could, and it could have been just the first time. That's something yet for me to determine, and it's very important. It becomes very important in the future. So I just, right now, I am just diving with my thoughts. I'm diving in Mariana Trench right now, blowing my mind, trying to pull the information out as fast as I can about these two guys. As fast as I can about these two guys. The only thing, well, I'm not gonna say anything yet. So I just want you to get the feeling how that looks like. Doing my best to recall, and it's not only about to recall, it's to see the level of cooperation you can get from the people. It's to actually rate whether it's even worth taking a chance. There was people out there, you would not believe me what kind of stupid stuff I have gone through when trying to identify people. So, to speak, he says we left Germany for Croatia, and it's the first time we're here in Novo Mesto. It's the first time we're here on our way back. It's the first time we're here in Novo Mesto. Yeah? So impossible even to tell whether he was in Croatia more than once.
It's nice. Very the mountains and the field is very empty, which is nice.
Maybe you should stay some more time here.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Is there a good place to go?
Yeah, it's right here. Otočec, not too far. That's a nice place to go.
Yeah, but how is Ljubljana? The capital?
That's far away.
Yeah.
Not really. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Your friend is looking at me. He's already
Yeah, we are very
suspicious.
no, not suspicious, but tired.
Yeah, I understand. You're gonna sleep inside of the car and stuff? Yeah? Yeah.
It's independent.
Otočec is very nice here, but now the river is a little bit high right now. Otherwise, I would say to you, go and have a swim.
In a lake? Or
I'm sorry?
in a lake?
No, it's a river here.
I know it on the map.
On the map, yeah. So you came right now, you came, huh?
Yeah, half an hour ago.
Oh, yeah.
Are you living here or hiking?
I was hiking and yeah, I'm on my way back now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good place to hike. Up and down.
Here it's very nice, you know. Yeah, it's nobody's gonna bother you here. I'm thinking, yeah, there are good locations here, but right now, yeah.
We had 2 cars coming by, but I hope at night.
I don't think you're gonna have a problem here, but there is a road right there that goes to the gas station. That's a forest right there, but you probably are better off here anyways, because I don't know, I'm not exactly friend of gas station, you know, remote forest like this is not, maybe better not. Maybe you're better here, you know.
We tried the gas station, but it's the trucks coming and going.
No, that's crazy, no. But where the gas station is, it's a nice camping area below, next to the river. Now that's where you could go, Otočec. That's where you could park, and then you have a castle in the morning in front of you right there, right in front of the castle. Right now it's coronavirus, you know.
So nobody is there.
It's all yours. Yeah. That's something you could do, you know. But you're gonna rush through here, right? You're gonna in the morning you're gonna go back.
Probably, yeah.
Munich.
By Austria and to Munich.
Through Austria and to Munich. Yeah, where in Croatia are you?
Novalia.
Novaya.
I'm sorry?
Novalia.
Never heard of that
On
one.
the island park.
Ah, island. Fuck. That's a small place. Well, I mean,
There's a big city, Novaya, which has great restaurants. You can eat there. Good food.
sure, sure.
And yeah, but the
Nice,
beach
nice.
is very stony.
That's very beautiful, no?
It is.
You like beach?
Okay, he says the beach is very stony in Novalia. He says the beach is very stony, and he says this so that he would remind me of what I already explained earlier. As I protested him, he said, when we meet, I'm gonna say to you, this is a code word. The MK Ultra code word is what this is. And you see here, it's interesting because you can see this. You know, you get to see this. You get to see this beach here. Yeah, this is not. This is when you come to the end. Yeah, here, next to this van here. Maybe that's why the van is here. You're gonna see what a coincidence as I continue later on. And I protested him, and he said, "This is gonna be the code word when we meet. The beach is very stony." And in just a little bit, you're gonna hear the other guy. He's gonna be coughing. Just.
Oh,
The water is very clear. You can go snorkeling and see lots of very clear water. Amazing.
You hear this? That was the other guy. He says very clear water. It's amazing. You can go there snorkeling. This is how I got into Croatia. I was telling him all the time. He was asking what is new with me under MK Ultra. Do they have any kind of recommendations, anything from my world? That's when we met with the Stefan first. He wanted to get to know me. Literally, he wanted to get to know me. And so he said, "And what about you? Where are you from at all?" This is how it was when we met. Where are you from at all? What about your part of the world? What is interesting over there? What do you recommend, something or something? And I was talking to him under MK Ultra. I was talking to him about Croatia, how nice it is, about Slovenia and mountains and stuff. That's something he already talked earlier about. Hills. And that's something like similar to Austria, but Croatia, about this crystal water. And that's how I got attention, and that's how I got him actually to the Rijeka area, which I was interested in myself. I wanted to investigate Rijeka area myself. And I came to idea, because I didn't like the ideas about others that traveled wherever they wanted, to basically, I could use him to, under MK Ultra, actually, to get an idea how to see the area of Rijeka, Bakar and stuff like that, what exactly that looks like. And I figured out maybe this is exactly my kind of guy that can help me see a little bit the Croatia around the Rijeka, that we can maybe do something like that, explore together. And sure enough, I got him twice. The third time, however, I don't know, maybe even he got tired of it. I have no idea, but I know that I like that area a lot. And so, yeah, that's what happened. Already, ladies and gentlemen, he brought me first to Pag. He abandoned me. Yeah, I have to complain to you. He abandoned me already the second day. I no longer had any kind of control on this island, Pag, over him. he did so. He took off to this side here, this golf site. On the other side, he started to explore the island. And I was left to mercy, at mercy to weirdos. Yeah, all kinds of people with them. I was just waiting for him to quickly come back and save me. No, not that bad, I guess. No, there was all kinds of people, and from Slovenia and from all over the place they were coming, and from Germany and God knows where. It just I felt really good around Stefan. All right, so I didn't like that, but yeah, under MK Ultra you are almost this has almost become like your parent, literally. I mean, it's quite crazy stuff. I did not like when he would even go and park car in Munich. I'm gonna get to that. By the way, this is gonna be like maybe even in 3 parts video, because this is huge. I'm gonna do Munich and beyond when it comes to MK Ultra. I am quite decided to do a lot of stuff. So there you have it. Let's continue with this. So he starts coughing. You know, when Stefan is talking about clear and snorkeling, very nice and clear, and for the snorkeling here. Now let's hear what else.
I think it's by far the nicest beach here in Croatia.
Yeah, what I think basically almost look like a Mariana Trench right now. That's what I think. I am trying to just, you know, get a hold of some information that I can use so that I give him a chance to recognize our previous you know, knowing each other, knowing each other. That's what I try to get, and people are not going to give you that for free. You have to earn by pointing out something about these people so they can give you a yes. This is how that's done. If I would not succeed with it, it will go to the timing of 120 seconds. These people could drive away forever and we would never see each other again. That's all. That's how that works. Brutal.
I think if you would compare this to Greece or something like that, or Italy, I think Croatia is far more beautiful. But another one beautiful is in Albania down south, and Montenegro is also beautiful. But further down, I don't know. Greece is more like a sand, and I'm not a fan of the sand. I mean, I don't like that so much. I like stones. I like that. Yeah, but that's very nice here. Yeah. Is it the first time you're here?
You mean here in Slovenia, or?
No, I mean in that place in Croatia, like.
I went a few times.
You
already.
did go a few times.
Yeah, yeah. It's the place we always go, probably.
I see.
Okay, I like rocks. Rocks is what I like, just like you see here. I asked him if it's the first time, and he tells me that now I want that confirmation, because he said that he was in Novo Mesto the first time. You know, he insisted. In the end, I'm gonna play you the audio about this. He insisted he was the first time in the Novo Mesto, in my city here in Slovenia. Man, this is like a almost like a slap, but yeah, that's how it works, and more credit to me if I'm able to prove that he was already here many times before. He had also friends here in Novo Mesto. He had friends. He also did help people with business and stuff like that. Look, at my pleasant surprise, he exclaims that he was in Croatia already on several occasions. Now that's a signal to me, since earlier I couldn't establish whether he was once or more often already in Croatia. that he is actually willing to go further with me. It's just that I have to do something about point out something, right? So he says, no, it's not my first time in Croatia. I was there already before.
So I think I got a phone call again.
Yeah, yeah. Oh.
But he tells, I have to go, I got a phone call again. It's like this all the time. He holds the phone all the time in his hands, and that's what he does. This is quite a pressure on me. A lot of people would just simply walk away from it. Not to mention the blondie guy. The blondie guy by profession, today I'm going to tell you he's an electronic. Told me that he was not happy as I started to talk about the Germany, No, that's not true. This guy loves me. It's not true. But the politicians over there in Germany, I don't think they ever really wanted some kind of special relationship between me and Germany, to be honest. That's where the problem was. The problem was year 2003, the big conflict between me and Merkel, which is something not only Merkel and her associates have acknowledged as an ultimate insult. That became more than evident between me and Merkel for the first time in 2005, 2004, when I was completely open about her that she's no good in her face in front of her associates. It was already in a Munich area, people that told me that not only in Munich but in Germany that they are watching this stuff, that she did some really uncool stuff to others, and they're having a really second thoughts about it. So I don't know what exactly can develop. This isn't about Angela Merkel only. This is about, well, I feel like I would say real Germany. I had a really good time coming to Germany. To be completely honest with you, I was very welcome in Germany. From beginning, I was very welcome in Germany. It was a stupid stuff, and it went in the very wrong direction. But people treated me well. They did not pick on me. In continuation, I will explain who did cause me troubles in Germany to the degree that eventually in '98 I no longer could hide the disappointment, and for the first time, it could have been even in '97, I had on a street a disagreement with him in Munich so big that it finally got attention from Germans who observed all. They knew all about it, but the person was from a prominent individual from the US, that he was big enough so that they would not warn them about it. But I prompted about this person in '97. In '98, I started to ask these German politicians not to allow this person into Germany anymore. Because in Germany, it had tremendously everything when it came to Eastern Europe. I don't even know what it was. It was the political shit, but on top of the political shit, it was envy. It was that Polish, Czech envy. It was from literally my saving Skoda factory. Literally my saving Skoda factory right before Miloš Zeman in 1995. Before the Russian ice, my saving Skoda factory, it went into a complete lunacy issues, hatred that appeared to me even in last stages. As I was told in Poland, we're gonna have and you're not gonna have, and this and that, literally into issues that have driven these politicians and even some crazy people there into belief that I have to be basically deprived of my life. sorry to say that, but envy. Like, why is your country so rich, this Slovenia? Why do you have US citizenship? How much does he make? Why does he make so much and I don't? Why is he entitled to be in the US? Why does he have this? Why? How can he have a car? How can he have a food? How can he have this? Why is he free? Why don't you break him a spine? Why don't you put him inside of the mental hospital? This is what I'm talking about. This shit started, ladies and gentlemen, with Trump children, with Eric and Trump Jr. At Munich, at one point in time, I had enough because I hated nothing more than to be a possession of Donald Trump, who would not let me off the hook. Whenever we came to Germany, I was like his private property. He was like he had his two sons basically to like grab him, control his every move, every step, wherever he goes. Don't let him anywhere. He was after a business, after the money. He used Germany literally as a jump desk for his business. This is Donald Trump, who built, ladies and gentlemen, his entire fortune, everything, from what was one time completely broken man who owed billions of dollars, again back on his foot. Literally like this. So from beginning, I was like almost completely his property. Once he grabbed enough money, he would let me off the hook and he would lend me for what probably even he charged to other business people, to other statesmen, to other politicians and so on. This is unbelievable story about total something else. So this is how it goes. Let's continue with this audio recording. Germany was just, for me, this was just beautiful women everywhere. That's what it was, and I didn't have to be afraid that somebody's gonna lie about me, that somebody's gonna pull under my feet some tricks, lies, trickery about, but it was also unpleasant stuff. It was also the stuff that I had nothing to do with. It did go into a Nazi issues, for which, however, I was told will be the case, will be used because of the stuff that went on, especially here in Slovenia, against me, because of these partisan memorials, where I was brought and, well, even beaten up and abused and all kinds of stuff before they have introduced me to a broader Slovenian public as a hater of the partisan memorials. Quite insane stuff, considering that I am from the partisan family myself, and very, very partisan family.
You know, I wish you a nice trip here. This is a perfect place, really. You found a good place, I think. And maybe in the morning you can go here. You can go to Otočec. You take a little soap, you jump in the water and wash yourself, and you go. Yeah, relax, relax. Bye bye now.
I try to do two things. Number one is to just calm these people and just walk away. Yeah. I know I have to turn around really fast. Well, I did not get so far as I was told I'm gonna get. The two gentlemen did exactly what they said they're gonna do. Behind the van they set like a table with drinks, with what they told me it's gonna be like actually really unhealthy stuff. It's not what we do otherwise, but for the opportunity like this we're gonna do it, they told me. Yes, I remember all that stuff. And then I turned around because the words from Sergey, from my Belarus Sergey, came to me. At least something came to me, and he said, I figured them out, I remember. And he said this when we came back. One is in, one works at university, and one works at the university, and the other one live outside of the München Ring bypass. And that time Sergey did not have a van. I don't know what year was it, maybe 2015. Sorry, truck. He would take me with a van. They gave him a van for that opportunity to deliver something over there in Munich. Then they gave him some job over there too, and back and forth and so on. But we did go to visit both. So with this armed, now let's see, I walk away, I still walking away for 2 minutes. It takes me 1 minute one way and then 1 minute back. At the end, I'm gonna play this audio. I am gonna accelerate this. Okay, I'm talking to myself. Listen what that looks like.
Where's the fucking
I'm calculating everything right now. Everything from year to this to that, all kinds of information. Okay, I am just gonna skip this.
Did you work at the university?
Okay, so I turned around already and I returned back. He is still on the phone call at this opportunity though. He is still on the phone.
Yeah. Okay. Since you're from Munich, you know, I was gonna ask you something. You have some kind of university, right? Like.
No, I do make a big mistake here. I do make a big mistake. It's a big mistake. It's a big mistake. I am under tremendous pressure, and it's a big mistake. The blonde guy who is actually electronic, I am under all kinds of pressures right now. I already explained few. I assume because of these words, and I have no map, I have nothing that I would look, just these words. And I know that Stefan has been always involved in MK Ultra. Preferred option from Angela Merkel. My goodness, since 1994, 2003, this guy was a captain. Since 2002, 2002 he became completely in charge for Intercontinental. 2003. Yeah. So I am really now under pressure, and I ask, I do exactly. That's stupid too, because I know for the blonde guy that he lives outside of the rink, and I'm stupid enough to ask blonde guy that he has a university and he's a teacher at university. That was not brilliant of me really, but enough for them to confess themselves.
You finished the university, and did you work at the university? He did. You also went oftentimes to America.
Now I'm pointing at Stefan. You also went oftentimes to America.
You are an MK Ultra staff member, my friend.
I tell him all about it. Now there is no escape.
Remember, I was sure about you, but I was thinking it was you, but That's interesting, eh?
Okay, did
And
you
so,
meet before?
yeah,
Really?
yeah, very, very
What's your name?
nice. For sure.
Yeah, I did point it out. I did point it out. He is relieved because, as I stated, this is a chance you get. If you make it, you make it. If you don't make it, you just don't make it.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah. Unbelievable, eh? That man, that's
Where-
crazy, eh? For you, I remember you long time, but for him, I think it's something like Munich. It's a ring, right, around the Munich. I say bypass, and I don't even have the map in front of me. You know, I don't have the map of Munich, you know. But you live like outside of this bypass, no? Like there is a ring in Munich, like around those like autobahn,
Mhm.
and you live like outside of this. Yes, very nice.
Okay, this another factor. This another factor that was troubling me. This guy told me that he's not gonna be happy, that he wouldn't even come and stuff like this because I did have something to say about the Germany. This guy, I don't think he knew everything about. Either he didn't know anything about. Regardless of it, this is a young kid. This is German. I understand that. I want to say thank you very much. Yes, they both give me a confirmation that this is exactly what it is. In a little bit, I'm going to make a breakdown of the area about where the two guys were and so on. There is nobody, I think, in this world that can really judge me about anything. Especially not people in Germany. I would say that 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 they could say something about me that I caused some kind of harm or something deliberately, that I wanted to hurt somebody over there or something like this. There is absolutely nobody. I don't think so. I don't think there is somebody that could point out that I was some kind of person that I would dislike German people or something like that. If Germans had a king like this, if British had a king like this, I think they would have far more than what they had, including with the Queen Elizabeth. This is not a joke. I bleeded, literally, and for the British and for the Germans and for others. I was so stupid that you have no clue what they have done to me here in Slovenia, what kind of issues mounted at top of my head. The people that were chancellors and presidents and royalties couldn't believe their eyes, especially after my undergoing under MK Ultra as I did. But the problem with this stuff was I was becoming, without even understanding, so radical that yeah, I no longer would recognize myself, really. No, I don't think so. There is a single German or British that possibly could resent me a single thing. No, whatever the politicians did, this royalties, what they did, this rests with them, on their conscience. Let's continue with this audio here.
Very nice.
the Autobahn, yeah, the round.
Yeah, and
I am sorry if I disappointed, but I did explain everything I had to explain about this issues.
he lives outside of this autobahn, you know.
Yes.
Yes, no. And you are wow, man. You
To remember that, I'm impressed.
He says, if I remember that he is impressed. I'm gonna play the whole audio recording at the end. It was actually very difficult for me to ask. And the guy whom I have asked is the blonde guy. He was very, very uncomfortable. Maybe he had, maybe he resented me. Maybe he resented me.
I am impressed. I mean, I am impressed. I thought I was already crossed from Germany. Yeah, that's crazy. That's unbelievable.
I actually tell, I'm a little bit evil here. I actually tell that maybe I was already crossed from Germany, and I'm laughing about it, and the other guy notices that. The other guy told me that if whatever you're gonna ask now, you're gonna ask. If you're gonna come back, and this way we're gonna disappear. Sure, I tried to come back because as I walked away from them, I reminded myself of additional details. So I rushed back. I reminded myself, by the way, this guy was electronic and many other things. But they would just right next to me, just as they promised they would. It was like this, that the two promised me they would still hang around if maybe that I should hurry up and go out more and stuff like this. But when I dedicate myself to something, I plan to complete this, and the procedure because of which I lost 9 days, Stefan, dear Stefan, and the friend, the blondie guy. Listen, this is not okay. I already lost 26 years of life. It's not okay to do, for somebody to do stuff like this to me and deprive me of another day from ability to go out and exercise. This is bad. This is a bad stuff. But look, it happened. Even on this occasion, it did happen so that I was locked inside, and really, I would not want to go out. I would not want to go and do stuff as I was told, because I deem that the stuff that I do here right now is actually not even my job. I believe this is the job for the police, for investigators, that in the first place none of this should ever happen. I believe that because I am doing what you see here right now, I shouldn't be therefore bothered with stupidities, you know, having my private belongings destroyed, vandalized, broken, and all kinds of stuff like that, and even interrupted during video recordings. This is the stuff, this is just my beliefs, alright? So I hope you don't resent, but I feel in such moment that if the system is going to punish me for the stuff that have already done against me, to me, without any kind of justification, then so be so. If that's going to make somebody feel better about giving me more pain, more, if that's a Germany, then so be so. That's how I feel about it. I'm going to pay that price. If you think, well, that's up to the German people to think, not up to me. What to think.
But where did we meet? So where?
Everywhere, and in Germany, and in America.
So he wants to say where we met. Yeah, I told him in America, in Germany, everywhere.
Where you went. Then here, right here in Slovenia, right here in this spot. It's not the first time you are here. This is unbelievable. So you are at the university, and so that was here 2006, 2007, 2008.
2000, no,
Oh,
2008 I didn't start yet.
You didn't start?
No, I started 2010.
2010.
Yeah, 2010.
Okay, but okay.
I started at 2010. I will say, because he asked me under MK Ultra if I can repeat the years of the university and then the post-university and stuff when he started work at university and so on. Nothing to worry about it. I was very in detail. I have explained about the studying. Studying, you started, you supported yourself with the work. In a little bit, I think I'm pretty sure, demonstrate even the store where you did so. You work, your studies, you work along the studies in this refrigeration department, and then you work in another department and that stuff. All right, that stuff I remember. This is very close to university. Reason, I think, is the name. But what I want to say is, when you decided, you had some time, you remember, you were telling me that you're gonna go study, it was like 1 year, second year, so that was like 2003 and 2004, and yeah, quite frankly, I think that you probably ended, that you completed the university, probably, I would say, probably sometimes I think like in 2010 even, you know, 2008, 2009, 2010, and then you started with the work at university, something like this, maybe even 2 years in between or something like that, or something like that. So I would say that work at university, yeah, I would say that then in 2000, since 2010, actually I would say for the work at university, I'm a little bit surprised, because I was actually thinking that work at university, 2012, 2010, then, yeah, that's it, since work at university. This is the way it is. What I was gonna say, it's a very unusual teachings that you do. This is another thing. I was very interested in, told me because of my interest for German culture, eventually that you decided to proceed a history as a subject, so that you must be then teaching a history, something like that, you know, humanistic, maybe human something, history related, because of your ability to relate to people. I think that you do have a history, something very unspecific, not something like regularly most often time you come across accounting and economic and stuff like this. In your case, this is something that has to do with the social sciences, with the actually with the history, I think, in this case. So that's gonna be another credit you're gonna give me. And the other guy, he is electronic, not electrician, but electronic. Electronic, there were 2 electronics involved, and then some other people also I'm gonna get to from Munich. They were involved in MK Ultra, of which there was another group of guys also from this area that I knew even before I knew Stefan. In a little bit I'm gonna start the MK Ultra. I knew these guys even before I knew Stefan. And one of the guys was an electrician. But in this case we're talking about electronic. We're talking about like a high-tech person. you would say like a secondary technician, secondary school education kind of technician, or maybe even 2 years on top of that, like an engineer, electronic. That's a blondie guy. So you see, I pointed out both of you the professions, what exactly you do and stuff like that. So let's learn some more and see where this is gonna take us.
Unbelievable. That is unbelievable. That's you know, if I would have if the house would be mine, it's for my mom and dad.
Which house?
The house where I live. I would say come with me right now. Seriously, I would. But it's not. And I can't. But I would love to. Thank you. Thank you very much that you did something like this. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like this. Stefan was here inside of this house. Stefan was here inside of this house. If I would record this earlier, my mom told me don't bring people home that you're gonna meet under MK Ultra, in post MK Ultra, this and that. But she did give me a green light for few people that I could bring home. And Stefan, he did came to me once I came home. You were on that list. You were actually on that list. My mom gave okay for you because you were such a nice guy. Stefan met some people here in Novo Mesto, make good friends here, helped some businesses grow. It's stuff like this, I can say. It didn't come to me right there. I felt sorry, I felt bad that the two of you came from so far away, because you did. With that little van, I reminded myself of my Skoda in Czech Republic and in Poland, how I used to live inside there. And so I felt that I would really do this. If this was my house, I definitely would. But so at least I explained the situation. So
that's unbelievable. So how is in Germany?
It's quite unbelievable.
How is in Germany everything?
So right. Yeah, it's very risky. Restricted.
I'm sorry.
Restricted.
What?
You're not allowed to do much stuff. You're not allowed to do.
You're not allowed, huh?
Yeah.
What is it, like restriction?
Yeah, the beer gardens. I think they open.
Oh well, what about this coronavirus now and
Yeah,
stuff?
I hope it ends soon. I hope this is.
But now when you go from Croatia, it's going to be. What's going on with this now?
At the borders?
When you go through the border, they let you go through.
Yeah, they let us go. They checked us. Checked a lot.
They check a lot.
Yes, we had to open. They had a look.
Really?
They saw our mess and they said, "Oh yeah, okay, close it. It's fine. Go, just go."
Yeah.
So they're very friendly, I guess.
Yeah,
For
they
us, at
should
least.
be. They should be. That's good.
Mhm.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, but thanks for asking. I think we got it.
Thanks for asking. Come on, eh? Thank you very much.
Nice meeting you. Stefan.
Stefan Bostian. And your friend?
Fine. Good night. Yeah, we gotta go to bed.
Good night. Good night. Okay, good enough. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.
and that's it. I left. I walked away. In a little bit, I'm gonna play you the whole audio recording. That's all I'm gonna do for part number 1. I'm gonna put this stuff online then. But in part number 2, and then maybe even part number 3, I don't know. I just I would be really pleased if I would get done with this. I am gonna concentrate up. I am gonna concentrate on the city Munich to be very, very precise, exactly into the area. You see, this is a ring from Munich, Maxvorstadt, Ludwigsvorstadt. You see, there's this road, this yellow thing that you see here. What I am gonna do, I am just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take like this thing here, like this. And we're gonna do this stuff. Do this here with some kind of blue color like that, so that I demonstrate. This is a ring here, ladies and gentlemen. Ring. There's a bypass. This is the stuff that's used in the bigger cities to just for the traffic relief, so that cars can travel faster in and out of the city, around the city, and so on. And so I am gonna now concentrate, to be a little bit more precise, I am gonna now concentrate. If I zoom, I'm gonna concentrate into this area. It's called Echarding. Actually, I'm gonna concentrate on not on this area, but this entire area here. It's quite considerable size of Munich. I'm gonna concentrate. I'm gonna break this down for you, and then I'm gonna concentrate even beyond in some city here up north, completely new city they built and stuff like that. That's what I am gonna be doing. If I would go to the Google Maps, it's a really simple. Since this it's kind of, it does concern the two, and that's an easy thing for me to do. Okay, the two used to be in this street here. Okay, the two used to be in this street here. You see, this is the house, this one here in the back. They used to be roommates. It was, one guy was upstairs, the other one downstairs, and then it was a Stefan. I don't know exactly. It was a Stefan that moved from here. And by the way, this is also interesting here. I like this one here. The lady here that you see that holds this envelope in her hands, yeah, is the lady that works at the local university here. Oh man, I listen, I told you that. Now we are in Munich. Now we are in Munich. Now we're in Munich. You see, we are where I did not even know that I knew so well the place. She works. Okay, if this is where the two used to live, she, I think, works right here. It's called Fresenius University Department of Health and Social Affairs. I believe in administration department. She's not a teacher or anything. She works inside of the administration department, that blondie. I knew her from since the beginning of the time. Boy, since the day one morning sometimes in, I think even it was 95. Okay, if it was not 95, then it must have been 96. Okay, myself, I, and Angela Merkel walked through here. It's so that politicians, before they become chancellors, before they become presidents, do participate in renovations of this building. Sometimes they paint them, sometimes they renovate them, sometimes they entirely rebuild the building's parking lots. If you see people like this, as I was told, walking around, know that sometimes in the future they're gonna become something like this. They collect political points with the people. They are trying to, they build their political career. They are looking for supporters. And so that's how that's done. More about all this stuff, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna do in the part 2 of 3, let's say, MKO train Germany. That's all for now. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna present you with the audio recording. I'm gonna play the whole audio recording from A to Z, from beginning to the end, and that's basically how we're gonna go through this stuff. Yeah.
Sure. Camping, huh? You're camping, huh?
For one night, we had a long ride, 8 hours.
No, no, it's okay. No problem. No, no problem. Aha.
Oh, there's some food and legs and
Yeah. Nice. Where are you from?
Germany.
Ah, from Germany. I see. I see. From where about Germany?
Munich.
From Munich. Ah, I see. And you're going to Croatia, something like that? No?
Ich bin back zurück. Yeah, we also went to Croatia. We're on the way back home.
You're on the way back home?
Yeah.
Aha. To Munich.
The area.
It's a long ride, huh? Yeah. Do you know this place already?
We use Google Maps research and
Erste Mal.
erste Mal?
Erste Mal. First time. You're here first time,
Ja, das
huh?
erste Mal in Slowenien.
Erste
Sehr
Mal.
gut. Ja, wir sind durchgefahren nach Kroatien, aber wir waren noch nie hier geblieben. Das erste Mal stay, first stay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's nice. It's very the mountains and the fields very empty, which is nice.
Maybe you should stay some more time here. Huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Is there a good place to go here?
Yeah, it's right here. Otočec. Not too far.
Mhm.
That's a nice place to go.
Good. Yeah, but how is Ljubljana? The capital?
That's far away.
Yeah.
Not really. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Your friend is looking at me. He's already
Yeah, we are very
suspicious.
no, not suspicious, but tired.
Yeah, I understand. You're gonna sleep inside of the car and stuff? Yeah? Yeah.
It's independent.
Otočec is very nice here, but now the river is a little bit high right now. Otherwise, I would say to you, go and have a swim.
In a lake? Or
I'm sorry?
in a lake?
No, it's a river here.
A river?
Yeah,
I saw it on the map.
on the map, yeah. So you came right now, you came, huh?
Yeah, half an hour ago.
Oh, yeah.
Are you living here or hiking?
I was hiking and yeah, I'm on my way back now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good place to hike. Much up and down.
Here it's very nice, you know. Yeah, it's nobody's gonna bother you here. I'm thinking, yeah, there are good locations here, but right now, yeah.
So we had 2 cars coming by, but I hope at night.
I don't think you're gonna have a problem here, but there is a road right there that goes to the gas station. That's a forest right there, but you probably are better off here anyways, because I don't know. I'm not exactly friend of gas station, you know, remote forest like this is not, maybe better not.
Yeah,
Maybe you're better here, you know.
We tried to a gas station, but it's the trucks are coming and going.
No, that's crazy. No, but where the gas station is, it's a nice camping area below, next to the river. Now that's where you could go with torches. That's where you could park, and then you have a castle in the morning in front of you right there, right in front of the castle. Right now it's coronavirus, you know.
So nobody is there.
It's all yours. Yeah. That's something you could do, you know. But you're gonna rush through here, right? You're gonna in the morning you're gonna go back.
Probably, yeah.
Munich.
Via Austria, then to Munich.
Through Austria and to Munich. Yeah, where in Croatia are you?
Novalja.
I'm sorry?
Novalja.
Never heard of that
On
one.
the island park.
Ah, island. Fuck. That's a small place. Well, I mean,
It's a big city, Novalja, which has great restaurants. You can eat there, good food.
sure.
And yeah, but the
Nice.
beach is very stony.
That's very beautiful, no?
It is.
You like beach?
Yes.
Or,
And the water is very clear. You can go snorkeling there and see lots of very clear water. It's amazing.
I think it's by far the nicest beach here in Croatia, I think. If you would compare this to Greece or something like that, or Italy, I think, and I think Croatia is far more beautiful. But another one beautiful is in Albania, down south. And Montenegro is also beautiful. But further down, I don't know. Greece is more like a sand, and I'm not exactly fond of the sand. I mean, I don't like that so much. I like stones. I like that. Yeah, that's very nice here. Yeah. Is it the first time you're here?
You mean here in Slovenia, or?
No, I mean in that place in Croatia. Like
We have a few times.
you
already.
did go a few times.
Yeah, yeah. It's the place we always go, probably.
I see.
So I think I got a phone call again.
Yeah. You know, I wish you a nice trip here. This is a perfect place, really. You found a good place, I think. And maybe in the morning you can go here. You can go to Otočec. You take a little soap, you jump in the water and wash yourself, and you go. Yeah, relax. Bye bye now. Now these guys were here already before, but where's the fucking Munich? Thinking Munich. you're from Munich, you know, I was gonna ask you something. You have some kind of university, right? Like you finished the university, and did you work at the university? He did. You also went oftentimes to America. You are an MK Ultra staff member, my friend. I remember. I was sure about you, but I was thinking it was you, but that's so interesting, eh?
Okay,
And
did
so,
we meet before?
yeah, yes, very, very
What's your name?
nice. Christian,
Stern.
Christian, unbelievable, eh? That man, eh? That's
Where-
crazy, eh? For you, I remember you long time, but for him, I think it's something like Munich. It's a ring, right? Around the Munich, there's a bypass, and I don't even have the map in front of me. You know, I don't know the map of Munich, you know. But you live like outside of this bypass, no? Like there is a ring in Munich, like around those like autobahn, and you live like outside of this. Yes, very nice, very nice.
The Autobahn, yeah, the round.
Yeah,
The-
and he lives outside of this autobahn, no?
Yes.
Yes, no? And you are wow, man.
Do you remember that? I'm impressed.
I am impressed. I mean, I am impressed. I thought I was already crossed from Germany. Yeah, that's crazy. Eh? That's unbelievable. Eh?
But where did we meet? So where
Yeah,
was it at the conference?
everywhere, and in Germany and in America, where you went. Then here, right here in Slovenia, right here in this spot. It's not the first time you are here. Eh? This is unbelievable. Eh? So you are at the university, and so that was here. 2006, 2007, 2008.
2000, no, 2008. I didn't start yet.
You didn't start?
No, I started 2010.
2010.
Yeah, 2010.
Okay, but okay. Unbelievable. That is unbelievable. That's you know, if I would have if the house would be mine, it's for my mom and dad. You
Which
know,
house?
the house where I live. I would say come with me right now. Seriously, I would. But it's not, and I can't. But I would love to. Thank you. Thank you very much that you did something like this. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Eh? That's unbelievable. Eh? So how is in Germany everything? How is in Germany everything?
So right. Yeah, it's very restricted.
I'm sorry.
Restricted.
What?
Not allowed to do much stuff. You're not allowed to do.
You're not allowed, huh?
Yeah.
What is it, like restriction and
Yeah, the
shit?
beer gardens. I think they opened.
Oh well, what about this coronavirus now and
Yeah,
stuff?
I hope it ends soon. I hope this is.
But
over.
now when you go from Croatia, it's gonna be what's going on with this now?
At the borders?
When you go through the border, they let you go through.
Yeah, they let us go. But they checked us. Checked a lot.
They check a lot.
Yes, we had to open. They had a look.
Really?
They saw our mess and they said, "Oh yeah, okay, close it. It's fine. So just go."
Yeah.
So they're very friendly, I guess.
Yeah,
For
they
us, at
should
least.
be. They should be. That's good.
Mhm.
Wow. Eh.
Okay. Yeah, but thanks for asking. I think we got
Thanks
it.
for
Go to
asking.
bed
Come on,
soon.
eh. Thank you very much.
Nice meeting you. Stefan.
Stefan Bostian. And your friend?
Fine. Good night. Yeah, we gotta go to bed.
Good night. Good night. Okay, good enough. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye. this German was with me in the US. Wow, man. How many times step on me. It's unbelievable. I don't know. That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Yeah, I know. I remember. That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, this was a frequent MK Ultra step mover. And I should have asked the other guy too. I think that he does some kind of service now. I remember that he's an electrician or something like that. I remember that. I remember his girlfriend, probably wife now. asleep, I'm not gonna fucking go bother them. Yeah, that is unbelievable. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I remember. Whoa, whoa. They sleep probably. I would really go and ask that. But I would really go and ask if they sleep. Wait. No. Fuck, they went, They left, Oh, no. Yeah. That was actually the chance to get more, but I'm really grateful to these people. Okay, May the 30th.